Hi, my name is Sisi Today we are on 8th June 2020. The research topic that I worked on was a contribution of inventory management system to the performance of LTech company. LTech company is one of the company that I worked with. This is the outline. So I'm going to be talking about the motivation, what motivated me to choose this topic. Then I will state what was the problem statement, what the problem that I have before I do the research. Then I go on talking about hypothesis and objective, what I assumed that was right, and the purpose to why I did this research. Then I will talk about the population, then the sample size and the sampling strategies. I'll go on with presentation of the key findings, which means I'll present what I have found after the research. And then I will talk about the problem identified and practice solution. As I was doing the research, those problems that I met, and those problems I found the solution for them, which was a particular solution. Then I'll go on talking about a contribution of the skills required to the research process. To do this research, I needed certain skills, and those skills that's what I'm going to be talking about in this session. Then I'll go on with the research conclusion and recommendation. What was right? What did I conclude after the research, and what do I recommend after the research also? So here's what motivated me. As I said before, my topic was contribution of inventory management system to the performance of LTech company. I chose this topic because of the career that I chose in BA. Then this career is logistic and operation manager. As you can analyze, that my topic goes with operation manager, which is part of the career that I chose. And after all, there is this statement that Susan Taser said, the line between disorder and order lies in logistics, which means everything lies in logistics. A company with a good logistic, it will grow to the next level, but a company with a bad logistic, I can show you that it will be disorganized, and if you enter it, you will know that it's not really to be trusted. There is a problem statement. The problem statement, as I said, is the problem that led me to do this research. So some of this problem, what I have found there was the problem. There was overstock and understock, as in general, costed retailer around $1.1 trillion globally in loss of revenue, which that's a lot of money to lose in a few years. Then overstock in the region is estimated to cost retailer $123.4 billion annually, and understock causes $129.5 billion. As Tom said, he did the same research, but that was the problem of understock and overstock. Another thing is that overstocking and understocking and unnecessary merchandise returned can really add up to the return of $1.75 trillion across the global retailer industry, which is a lot of money to lose when you're working in a retailing business. More than $634 billion in understock losses, and over $471 billion in overstock. So as you can see, and the figure shows, overstock and understock is a big problem in the retailing companies. So let's look how we can fight them. Going on, we have the hypothesis that says that a good inventory management system increases the performance of the company. That's what I assumed before I do the research. For that, I had an objective that I have to prove. Well, one of the objectives was to find out how the inventory management system affects LTech company performance in terms of profitability. Then another objective was to examine how overstocking and understocking in inventory affect the performance of the company, which was our main problem. Then there is to find out the satisfaction of the customer of the company in managing inventory management system. Here is the population and sample size and the sampling structure. In total, the total population of LTech was 15 employees. Then there was the total population of the customers were from 50. From 50 it was 21. Then the sample size was 38. The sampling structure used was simple random strategy and selecting strategy. As I can explain, I used a selecting strategy in selecting 10 people from the company that I can ask them give me the information that really I needed. Then I use random sampling strategy for the customers. For the customers, I use simple random because I wanted to know without being biased, to know the information from different categories. Definition of the inventory management system and its components. Inventory management system is the combination of technology, both hardware and software, and that there is the process and the procedure that oversees the monitoring and maintaining of stocked products. That's how I can explain inventory management system. So some of the component that makes inventory management system, there is a computer that acts as a hardware component where all the information are kept. It's like a book in all time. Then there is microinvest as a software component that is used in LTech company, and it is used to record everything that is needed. Then there is also the process and the policies from labeling, documentary, and report. And also the people who trained to follow these policies and procedure. Those ones are the component of inventory management system. Then we are going to talk about how inventory management improves the company's performance. When we talk about performance, we say its profitability, how it increases revenue and everything. As you can see in this graph, LTech in 2010 and 2013, the profitability of the company was at 32.26%, which as you can see on this chart, it shows that at that time the profitability was very less. But when in 2014 and 2016, after the introduction of inventory management system, the profit was on 62.54%. As you can see, it increased due to the MI system, inventory management system, that was installed in the company. It boosted a lot, but they continued learning more about the inventory management. It boosted profit from 62.4 to 91.08%, which shows that with a good inventory management, it can increase the performance. As you can see here, there is an increase of revenue before the use of inventory management system, and after using the inventory management system. On our left, we have the time before the use of inventory management system, where in 2010 to 2011, the revenue was on 31%, Then in 2012 to 2013, the revenue was on 33%, and in 2014 the revenue was at 36%. As you can see, the way it increased, there is a small percentage of an increase. As you can see, in between 210 and 212 and 212 and to 213, you can see there is a difference of 2%, and uh, and 212 to 213 to 200 to 214, there is an increase of 3%. But when you see on your left, on your right, on the right pie, on the right graph, you can see that an increase, there is an increase between 214 and 215 to 216 to 217. There is an increase from 10 to 36, which is 26%. That's a high in revenue. And also, after, as they learn more, they increased from 36 to 54. This is how overstock and understock affected performance of the company. As you can see on this graph, before the use of the the inventory management system, the overstock and understock was at a very high level, where overstock was on 42 and understock was on 52. After the use of inventory management system that controlled the overstock and understock, it reduced to 3. Overstock reduced to 3 from 42.23% to 3.848%. Then understock reduced from 53 to 8%. Then the stock manager in LTech said that before the use of inventory management system, the overstock and understock was higher and caused the company to not to grow to the next level, which was a loss, of course. Then there is the sole manager of LTech told me that it was hard to know if the product was done or was finished, so that the order can be placed before the time, which caused understocking, of course. Then the director said that after the introduction of inventory management system, surely overstock and understock reduced, but if it can go to a zero risk, it can be a great deal, which means if it can reduce more to 3% and 8%, it will be a good thing. Then here's the customer satisfaction from using the microinvest system. So as you can see on the graph, we have how customers think about the microinvest element in different components, the computer, how the information is kept, how people appreciate to use this system. So 8% of the customers think that using the MI system is highly efficient and that is a process more quicker than before. Apart from that, others says that the information are well kept. If you lose your receipt, you can go back and you just have to remember the time that you bought the product. Then you can be issued a copy of the receipt that you lost, which was a good thing, and which benefited that. Which was the benefit of saving the information of the customer using the microinvest system. So one of the 15% of the respondents say that it will be more easier if they can connect it to the barcode, because it will help the service to move more quickly, because barcode is just you scan the barcode that you have on a product, then you have all the information about it. You can even have, if you have enough in the stock for the customer to buy them, and those 15%, they're the ones who say it was efficient, just because it was missing something, the barcode, that make it more quicker than it was at this time. Then 6.93% of the respondents think that it is less efficient. It is less efficient. So one of the respondents said that it is less efficient because some of the products are not allowed when needed. This is due to understocking in the company, where the customer goes to buy something, then they find that the quantity needed is not allowed. This customer, if he needs the product very quickly, he will not wait until the product is is uh, is bought in the stock. He will move on to the another store and buy that product, which will result from the loss of the loss of customers, and also um and loss of money also. Customers satisfied due to the process and the procedure. Before, customers were satisfied by 82% by the quick services given by after but after the MI after the inventory management system, the customer were satisfied at 93%, where they say that it was more quicker, and the receipt were given when the service went more quicker and everything went easier, and they weren't losing a lot of time due to waiting for the service, waiting for the to be served. One of the respondents said that in LTech, receipt issued issuing could take longer before, but after the inventory management system, as the services are quick, even that the receipt issuing was quicker to the software due to the software used in the company. Factors that may impact the organization performance. What I found was governmental decision and policies, which means when we say about governmental decision policies, we talk about the taxes, we talk about anything that the government can decide on that can affect any organization in the country. Also the technology, as the technology changes and the company doesn't change along with it, it stays behind, which makes the company to reduce its performance. Management of the company, as the management of the company changes, it can either be positive for the company or be positive for the performance of the company, or negatively. But when the management changes, mostly it's positively. The problem that I have identified was overstock and understock caused the company to lose monies and customers. 45% of the customers think that sometimes they want the wanted product are not allowed. This caused them to move to the other shop hoping to find the product they needed, which means if they come in the company and they don't find the product, they change the company, and next time they won't go for you first, they will go to the other company. That's how they lose customers. As you lose customers, you lose even money. Now the thing is that 63.25% of the respondents think that cause of this problem is the cause of this problem, the problem that I said before, is the overstock and understock, where they explain that sometimes the company have a lot of products that are not bought by the customers, and that the ones the customer needs is not allowed, and they think that if only they have a pro system that can help them to keep their stock well, that can help. That's the problem that I have there too. Here's the solution that I have suggested about the problem that I have identified. One of the solution, or the biggest solution, the main solution that I found, was to update the system in a way that makes the understock and overstock at the zero risk, by introducing an alert to let the stock manager know more about the stock condition. In this solution, I will say that if they can update the inventory management system, they will make an alert maybe for example when the stock is at 5, it says that you're remaining with 5 products, then you have to make another command. And if the for example, if one product lasts more than 6 months in maybe 6 months in a stock, it alerts you that this stock has been longer stored, please change it. Then you can make an alert about the new product that was being generated due to the respondents of the customer through the customer survey on the website. You can make a customer survey where all the respondents will be collected to know what customer needs depending on the seasons, because customer needs changes due to the seasons. The prototype of the solution, it gives a brief overview of the problem to the microinvest system, to the microinvest creators. Then make sure that the microinvest system is well updated to solve the problem. Then the people that are going to use it are going to be trained about the use of the updated MI system. Then they'll make sure that you can set an alarm about a certain product that to spend a lot of time in a stock, and after that make sure that the product that spend a lot of time in a stock can be put on promotion. Then make sure that the overstock and understock are no longer causing any problem. That's the prototype of the solution that I have made. The comparison of the other research, according to George, overstock and understock is inventory management causes some troubles like cause poor customer experience and lack of reality, which means if a customer comes and they finds that the product is no longer there, so they want to go to the other company. They are no longer loyal to your company because you don't have what they need. Another thing, there is a missed sales that was found in a research and was found in my research and other researches that was carried by George. This means that it can be robbery or even in Rwanda, if there is understock, there is missing sales, which means customer they don't have what they need. Another thing is that they think that the better ways of managing inventory by using updated technology so that the risk can be reduced. Then, in what George thinks, George think like me, the customer are important. That why they think it is important to make customer survey to know what the new product can be within the business. That's what I found after another research which was similar to mine. Contribution of the skills. So there is a data presentation and analysis skills helped in analyzing the data collected on the field using MI Excel. Time and resource management skills helped me in collecting data on field and finished on time. Designing thinking skills helped me in choosing the best solution from the problem. Communication skills helped me in writing the report and collecting data. Then there is research conclusion and the recommendation. What I concluded was due to the introduction of the inventory management system, there was an improvement of inventory management of LT company, and but some of the problem has to be addressed. According to my hypothesis, the result proved, according to my hypothesis, and the result I found is that the result proved my hypothesis to be true. We state that a good inventory management system can lead to a good performance of the company. As a recommendation, an update an update of inventory management system that can help in well managing inventory and making sure that the overstock and understock is at zero risk. Another thing is that to make sure that there is an update about the new product they are wanted by the customers. So if you have any, these are the research. If you have any question, you can go and search about the problem statement. So if